Welcome back, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
back to Spira, Round 2, Season 2, Session 11, Episode 31, The Fiends of Sin. Last time, you met up with an Bhed ship on the open ocean. They spoke very differently from you, and all but Kiana knew how to speak back to them. After long talks, you decided to bring them back to Manaland with you. Fast forward to Manaland. Chumana was impressed that you found civilizations out in Spira where the old Bedolus city was. She was not impressed that you brought some people to Manaland, but what was done was done. A banquet was thrown in their honor as well as a tour of Manaland. Ku, the only one who spoke common, spoke to the elder, Chumana, and over a lengthy discussion translating both Common and Bhed, thanks to the DM, the story of how Manaland arrived and what it used to stand for was realized to the Bhed. After the departure of the Bhed, Manaland took a few weeks to get their engines online to follow them to this home they spoke of. It was going to be a long journey navigating through the ocean now that it's lower than it used to be. A few days into the travel, all sensors went crazy as a massive lifeform came out of the sea. All naval ships were dispatched, and your team joined one of the smaller ships to combat the threat, while Manaland's main cannon was building up power. Today, fiend after fiend, you face this battle, with each time they get stronger than the last. When will it end?
It'll never end, man.
It will never end, man.
Never end.
Never, ever, never.
Go ahead and put yourselves on the map if you're not already on the map.
You got it.
I should probably be somewhere. Yo, Lards, what are you doing all the way up there?
Be in a tank.
That's what Gildart does. He's a paper tank.
I'm a potato.
Alright.
I stand in front in Plants vs. Zombies and get eaten. Yes.
Is everybody on the map?
What's on the map? I'm still on the map.
How long has it been since in game since last time I played?
About a month.
Okay, so all of so Leviathan would have healed all of her con damage.
Yes. Go ahead and roll initiative as well. And your robot is finished as well.
Bruce. I don't have a picture for Bruce yet.
Oh yeah, I guess Rosebud should have been done by now. Bought a replacement familiar like 4 sessions ago.
Oh,
And I think it's been a month since I bought it.
I'll use Wally for now because Bruce's sheet isn't filled out.
Not gonna lie, I might take a different route after after Rosebud 3 dies. DM, could you please make Rosebud small? Can you get a chance?
But I have
Okay.
a huge ball.
You're gonna leave Delphine bigger then?
Where's Delavan?
Oh, over here.
Why is Kiana in the ocean?
Because Kiana's not here.
Oh.
so Kiana went overboard and we all have to save her.
Ah! I'm sure she can make her swim checks, right?
Oh, well. Goodbye.
No, she's back on
Up
the
first is Delavine.
Not because she ain't here.
Music stopped.
Wait, I don't think
Wait, hold on.
Scissorzik rolled initiative.
You see me?
Sizerzik.
You're right, I don't see them on the thing. Alright.
Sizerzik.
Sai.
Started one sick.
Well, I guess it's not Nate's turn then. But he forgot to click on his token.
I did,
Yeah.
so I'll roll again so it adds it to the order, but I'm going to use the 22. Yeah. Alright, yep.
Okay.
What's the tiebreaker?
What tiebreaker?
I also rolled a 22.
Yeah, yes.
My max initiative total is 5, but my dex is only 3, so it would be 0.03.
What's your max dex or initiative?
5.
You're ahead of me. Wow. Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. 0.5 or 0.5?
Whoa. What happened? Oh, 05. So, Sizerzik, it is your turn first.
Gildos looks like he's a 21, but he's still like below. I don't know what the turn order is doing. There you go. Now it looks good. Alright, so is this enemy?
Yes.
Alright, well, the first thing I'm gonna do to help everybody out is I'll get my 15-foot marker out.
Why? Why would you stand there?
Why would I stand here?
No, me.
Alright, so I can hit everyone but Gildarts, unfortunately. Now, how long is this gonna last for? 1 minute, 6 minutes, that should be fine. And I'll use photosynthesis. Everyone's got fast healing 1. For 6 minutes.
Damn.
60 rounds.
Basically.
Okay. What else are you gonna do?
Leviathan is going to... Can't charge, but I guess double move. Single move. What's Leviathan's range?
He's a medium creature, so... Or she's a medium creature.
She's a medium, yes. So she's got 5-foot reach.
That's normal reach.
Exactly. Okay. I guess hold action to bite whatever comes in to range.
Okay. So
Well, I'm in range.
And then Bruce will load a. Bruce is. I have to use Wally's icon because I don't have a Bruce icon yet, or Bruce's sheet isn't filled out. versus the aquatic, friendly version of Wally. Some redesign had to take place after that whole destruction episode. So Wally first can move to here. And it'll shoot. And it is its turn. Yay.
Good job, Bruce.
Definitely not Wally. For sure.
Or Wally. Alright, Takashi.
Wait, so which of these are enemies?
The animals. All the ones going at 0.
The
All the ones that keep spawning down here.
bombs and the
That's an enemy. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a shuriken at one of these guys. Or the guy right in front of Leviathan.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
Alright. Guild Arts.
Alrighty. Can I make some knowledges on these guys? What is this cat-like thing? Oh, I want knowledge for that.
Knowledge Arcana.
Right.
You have no idea what this cat means.
Oh, jeez. The big red guys.
Alright,
What-
try what the big red guy is.
Yeah. Is that knowledge arcana?
That is knowledge planes.
Planes.
You don't
Right.
know what that is either. Okay, you have a standard action. Or sorry, a movement.
Five-foot step.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Levine, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
You just had to step perfectly out of my range, didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Heck.
I'll move over here.
Well, I mean, Delavine's moving up, so maybe.
Trying to.
Nah, it's fine. I still got my 5-foot step, so.
Okay. For my standard, I'm gonna use Fire Cross against this cat thing. Against this cat.
Roll a 14. All of its bonuses together equals a lot. negates the status effect. Okay. So the damage is 11.
He's burned for 3 rounds.
It negates the status effect.
Oh, okay.
Did you do your ranged touch attack roll?
Oh. Is it a ranged?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes a ranged touch attack against the target within 30 feet.
Okay. I need to go read that. My bad.
Yeah, just add it into detective.
Okay.
Yeah.
All targets within 10 foot of it automatically catch on fire. Cool. Alright. You doing anything else?
Nah, that'll be all.
There's the Lux.
Well, I guess I can't dodge.
Charge before Gildart got in the way, and now that
No.
Delamine got in the way.
I don't know why after that whole conversation we had last time, people are still
I don't know. Why not?
walking in front of people that like to melee attack and charge.
It wasn't me.
It was part of you.
No, it wasn't.
I need to roll to see if it is actually stunned this round. It is not stunned, so it will make an AO roll against you. Your AC is absurdly high, right?
Quite high, yes.
Okay. A 26 does not hit it, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so just the gore attack off this. Oh, 26 for 12, and
Okay.
that water damage.
Okay.
Oh no. He looks like an electric Pokemon. You got him wet. He's now super conductive.
Cora, it is your turn.
Okay, so as first off, I want to take a 5-foot step, and if I just wanted to roll to identify these guys, that's just is that still
It's
free?
free first, and then the second is a standard for another one.
Okay,
Right.
I only want to attempt it once.
Okay. Well, you can only do once per monster for 24 hours.
Oh,
Right.
I probably should have done
okay,
that.
so I could identify one or the other, but if I wanted to identify both, I'd have to use my standard action. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just try to identify this one first.
Okay.
That was Arcana, correct?
Yes. It is a type of coral.
Okay.
Let
Do I
me
get-
see how low is that.
Do I get any questions?
Can I make him
Actually, no, you still
re-roll
don't know
it?
what it is.
Oh, okay.
Can I make him re-roll it?
If that's within your power.
Yeah.
Do you have is that your immediate action?
I believe so, yes. I'll
Okay,
use
so-
this. He's
All
within.
right.
That's
I gotta recover an HP as well. Fast healing.
but yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. You get 2 questions. It is a type of coral.
Okay. Let's see. Special attacks? Or, you know what? I'll hold off on that one because I can scan it here in a second as a Swift. So let's do weaknesses.
You have one question.
So it doesn't have any weaknesses.
Nope.
Okay. And resistances.
All right. Up next is.
Well, I still have my entire turn. That was.
I know.
Okay. I would like to scan both of these guys, which I can do because I have improved scan.
Okay. You're scanning for blue magic.
Yes.
Blaster.
Well, technically I have to scan, or I have to do knowledge checks.
Yeah. It's easy. D20.
Okay. Yes. And yes.
Alright. So, knowledge arcana for the first one. And I failed.
Knowledge planes.
Okay. You don't get to his.
Okay, but I know the bombs, I guess.
Oh, well, screw you. Self-destruct.
Sweet.
You know that one yet?
I actually don't think I do. No, I do not know self-destruct.
You, is that the kind of thing you want to learn?
It's
Yes.
actually pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
the only blue mage spell that scales.
Okay. So next up, as
There's a few others, but not as good.
a move action, I'm going to lucubrate on this guy. So let me. Hopefully, I get another good roll on knowledge arcana.
You beat it by 5.
Okay, so everybody gets a +2 on this guy. Oh yeah, and I'm spending an additional use of the ability to move it over to this guy as well. And that is for, I believe, 6 rounds. 1 second. Analysis. Yeah, 6 rounds of +2 attack rolls on these guys. And finally, as my last move, I'm going to be doing Shining Ruby in a 30-foot area. So for the next 8 rounds, everybody in this circle, all of my allies.
That only you can see.
It's granting your allies. I don't think it.
Yeah,
has a
only my
range.
allies that I can see in this circle for 8 rounds have +3 deflection bonus to AC and +3 resistance bonus to saving throws
There
for
you go.
8 rounds. So I'm just going to write all of that down really quick. So
I have it showing everybody.
Oh. Okay.
Get up my AC a little.
Okay. There we go. So everybody should have everything in there now. Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
Delavine.
Okay.
No, sorry, not Delavine.
Oh.
Sizerza,
Yes.
give me a will save.
Oh, yo!
Did you add the +3?
I
give
did
me a
not.
will save too, Cora.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the +3's in there.
Okay.
Okay, will save. And this is going to have the +3 in it. Will save. Oh, wow.
I guess I can force him. No,
Wait.
I already used my
You
immediate
already
action.
used it.
Oh well. Can't change it.
What the hell did... Hang on just a second. Did it?
Wait, what ability is that to force a reroll?
Temporal hiccup.
Immediate action.
Hang on. I just want to make sure something worked. Don't count that. Okay, never mind. So I did roll a 9.
Okay. You are silenced.
Mm.
Hold up, I also have temporal hiccup.
What do you do?
Where'd you get that?
I
Oh, yeah,
can't
he's
see
a-
one time mage.
Yeah, Clone Master is a type of time mage.
So do I have to roll anything to use it, or do I just use it?
You just
Use
used
it,
it.
and then he re-rolls his will save. Go ahead.
Which I did
Which
because
you
I
told
was
me
at
not
the...
to use.
You did.
Okay, so roll me that will save. Alright, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Takechi.
Alright, so now we will go... float here, and float here. We will float here, and float here, and float here, and we'll come down here. First, let's,
Just eight. Do the bombs have to move in night formation?
yes. Bombs are a bit intelligent, not to do stupid things. That's a 28. Oh, okay. 29. And a 16. Do those all hit?
For who?
You.
Oh, 16 does not hit me.
Okay. Take 12 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And now for the coral. Leviathan. Well, I hit you. But I don't confirm the hit you when I crit. So,
Bring up my stuff.
Leviathan, make a fortitude save. Well, Leviathan's done for a bit. Leviathan takes 9 points of electricity damage. Core, make a... Do you roll anything?
Was that?
Do you roll anything to learn spells?
Oh, no, not anymore.
Okay, you learned Blaster.
Blaster. Thank you.
So is it paralyzed? Like what's...
Oof. You, Leviathan is immobilized for 3 rounds.
Was
You have no penalty to your instinct.
I will state, now they're all within my aura, so they all get a -3 to their saves. Oh, except for that guy. That guy way in the back.
Since Bernard is right there,
Yeah.
well, there's a 24 touch thing.
24 touch. Damn. Let's check. Yes.
Take 18 fire damage, and I need a fortitude save.
Alrighty.
You are on fire.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay. You are on fire.
Damn. How much fire damage was it again?
18.
18. Alright.
Well, we are on the water.
Alright.
alright. So Leviathan is immobilized.
Yes, can't move.
Is that take no action or just can't move?
I just read it to you. Nobody listens to me.
Let me turn music down, music to epic.
I put it in tonight.
Thank you. I needed to put that in my spell description.
Why?
Oh, because I learned it.
No, that's the status effect.
Yeah, I tend to make notes of the status effect in the description if it makes one. So that I can remember without having to look it up.
Dale Levine,
Yes.
your turn.
No, I thought it's my turn. Isn't it back at the top of the order?
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Right.
Incredible.
Alright, well, take this, you dang coral.
Oral, that kills people.
Goro,
Is,
don't you get it?
Does a 19 hit? Touch. Okay. 16 damage.
Fortitude
And that-
save. 16. Fortitude save is. I can't see that DC.
12.
Actually, I want to look at your sheet. That doesn't.
Is DC partial 12.
Yeah, that doesn't.
It's not under Leviathan's sheet.
What is your casting modifier?
This is my custom modifier? Oh, I didn't change the DC.
Why is Order 2 under your second level spells?
I don't know, because I was a bit. I don't know. The spell that Leviathan learns. And I think Water 2 is a second level, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why I put it under our second level spell.
Oh, okay. So look at Leviathan.
It uses my MP, but the spell itself comes from Leviathan.
Oh, okay. So which is higher, intelligence or charisma?
Charisma on Leviathan.
All right, go back. Your DC is 14.
Gotcha. DC mod. Good to
Okay,
go.
so I rolled a 13. Plus 11. I passed it, but I...
So it doesn't. It's not inflicted with drenched, but it still takes full damage.
Oh, what about the -3 to DC?
Plus a lot, -3 is still passable.
Alright.
Plus a lot, -3, so it's probably plus like 9. -3 is still like plus 7
So
or
it's
6.
passed and dead.
It's like I'm not drenched, but that water still hurt. So that's
My corpse
Leviathan.
is significantly less wet than it would have been before.
I'm gonna use Mage Armor, Mage's Robes on myself. 6 hours.
And just burst into fireflies all over the place.
And then Bruce will launch another assault. At that BAM. That's a 24 confirm. There's so little damage. Go crossbow, go.
Keep
I
having
think it's angry.
force effects. It won't affect you at all.
I sense lies.
Why would it? It's not the closest thing. Oh, this would be mean to do.
That's my turn.
Shut up, Hector. Alright, Takashi.
Alright, let's see.
Hey, Takeshi,
Alright.
you want to fire, right?
Do I want to what?
Put out a fire, right?
I don't think I can. But I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward. And can I make a knowledge check on the bomb there?
Have you already?
I think I could do with that.
Knowledge planes.
I just want to.
Yeah, but have you made one already, though?
I have not.
Then
No.
Never mind. Well, in that case, Shuriken go. The one that's already been attacked. Never mind.
wait.
Alright, Alright, that will end my turn.
Yeah. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm gonna do what's it called, this new ability that I have. That I have once per day. +4 bonus. Where'd it go? I'll get. Alright. Then. There you go. And then I guess I'll use. Well, what kind of action does it take to put out the fire? Is it a move action? Full round action? Alright.
By the way, take 4 points of damage.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use a luck point to do a class action as a swift action. Oh wait, no, I already used the swift action. Never mind. Oh wait, no, those are additional swift actions that I can take per round. Okay, so yeah, I'll take another swift action by spending a luck point. And then it's 3d6. I rolled a 6, 4, and a 6. So doubles. The image of the gambler doubles, granting him a 50% mischance. And since it's all even, I also move someone up to 60 feet. Alright, so Mr. Melee guy, you wanna go back over here?
What's that?
You wanna go back over here?
You are?
Dende.
I'd rather full attack. I guess I'm not allowed to do that.
What, you can't full attack that close?
Not if I move that far and provoke.
No. I move you for free.
Oh, sure. Throw me in the middle of everything.
Alrighty.
Everything attacks you. What kind of movement is this?
It just says move
That's
him.
fine. I
Select
read it.
one. Yeah.
I remember that gambler ability. It's
Yeah.
fun.
And then, I guess I will take that full round action to put out that fire.
What kind of action is it to do that?
What do you mean? Full round?
No, the movement. The moving.
Oh, I did that as a swift action, remember?
Yeah, but you used Lucky Streak as a swift action.
Yeah. And I used a luck point to use another ability as a swift action that does not count against my total uses of swift actions.
What is the image of the gambler doubles? Oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Those are both of the limit break.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
now you're on the ground, put yourself out.
Yeah.
You are not going to get burned any more times, but you're at 2 hit points.
Yes.
Alright, is that it?
That'll be all.
Delavine, it is your turn. And you did get your hit points back, right?
Yeah. Always already full.
Like Guild Arts, I mean.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh no,
what hit?
Guild Arts was out of that.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a fast healing one.
Okay. I'm gonna go move up. I think we're flanking.
Alright, that is an attack of opportunity.
Alright, I'll take it.
That is a 21.
That's a miss. Stays. Okay.
Well, you hit.
Yeah. Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know how these things work.
Me neither.
I think you have to hurry and deal a shitload of damage. Or I think they just get bigger and bigger.
Alright, what else you doing?
I'd say,
He looks pretty angry and in your face.
yeah, angry and big. That's for sure. He's probably gonna blow up part of the ship. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna convert. Can I convert my trigger attack damage into health, temporary health?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You didn't say your trigger attack was on.
Oh, it was. I always do trigger attack. It says
Oh,
that.
okay.
That'll be in the end of my turn.
Alright. Relux.
Alright. Time to nuke a bunch. And these will not include flanking, just in case it dies at some point.
Just hope it dies on each hit. Or you can miss anytime.
Oh, they all missed? A 20 missed?
Oh no, 20 hits.
Okay. Oh, there's water damage.
Right.
If you hit all three of them and didn't kill it, it would have exploded on
Yeah, I'm not good against these kind of enemies. Well, I am, but
you. Stunning and paralyzing are great against the
Yeah, but I had to put out a fire.
Alright, Kiana's not here. Cora.
Okay.
I don't think
Sorry,
I
I
have
wanted to-
anything that stuns.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
looking
do
really
death
quick.
blow, but
Hey,
he's
hey,
super
Cora. You
Yeah?
you got any healing?
I do. I just wanted to see if I could, if I had anything that could help in this situation. That could like, I could probably put one of them to sleep, but I'd have to come up and touch it. And I don't know what this thing's range is. I don't want to get like attacked by attack of opportunity.
those arms look stubby. I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah, but he is huge.
Yeah.
Fine.
Your only hope is he doesn't have any melee attacks.
Well, here's the thing. I never did my like free action knowledge against these guys, so I might have questions.
Roll.
Ah.
Alright, you have one question against it.
Oh, jeez. What's this thing's reach at its maximum size here, or at its current size?
15 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's dangerous. I can't run into that. And unfortunately, that's the only like disabling thing that I got. So, I'm currently out of its range, right? Yeah. Okay, so I am going to Choco Cure Guild Arts, and then I'm going to back up. So, Guild Arts, you heal 15.
Alright, what's half your caster level? Because I get that in addition.
Oh, caster level would be 6, so you also get 3 more, I guess.
Okay.
And, you know what's funny is, as a move action, I could invoke and tell them to self-destruct.
I mean, if you want.
You can do that. The ones next to me, I got evasion. I'll be fine.
Well, I don't know if that would cause like a chain reaction. Like if it was like, if it
Do
blew
it.
all of it. You really want me to?
Sure.
Okay, let me double check the.
I buy Leviathan.
Let's see.
Be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so here's God, this is so stupid. Okay, I'm going to which one do you guys want me to cause to explode? Because
The safest one is probably the one behind me.
yeah, alright, that's within 60 feet, so that's my move action is I invoke him to self-destruct, which is a will save if he does not want to do it. So
Well, he can't do it right now.
They have to be large to self-destruct.
They have to get to 3 times their size in order to self-destruct.
Oh. So I would have to do it on the big boy.
Yeah,
If
they
it were-
they have a whole thing where it has to build up that much damage in order to get to it.
Alright, do you guys still want me to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know, because that would deal damage to this one. That would then be 3 times its
Or
size.
like heal
to take
them.
Explosion. Ah, true.
The fire damage will probably heal them.
Are we doing this?
Nah. If you
Nah,
can't
you
make
can
the
use
ones
your action for
explode,
something else.
Alright,
Can you invoke this thing to use its special ability against the bomb?
I can't tell it what to target. I can only tell it to use it.
Oh, because once it uses it, you now know it, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Has
Yeah.
to know what it is before he can let it use it, but he already knows what both things are.
Yeah.
Because he learned Blaster when it blasted Leviathan, but he himself scanned and learned it self-destruct.
Yeah, so I know these things can self-destruct under some circumstance, and I could make this one explode if we just wanted to, I don't know, commit Minecraft.
I feel like me and you are still kind of in range to that explosion, because like it's an explosion. I feel like it's.
Yeah, maybe.
If we have abilities that reach 30 feet, I'm pretty sure the explosion can reach up to 30 feet.
Yeah, so that's
the
why I'm
important
thinking.
thing. Do you have Phoenix Dance?
That's a very good question, because I cannot
I think
raise.
we have 3, unless they were used last time. I can raise. I have raise, but it takes a little bit because it's a random chance of it being raised.
Right, loot and items. Let's see here.
I can put a body inside a temporal thing.
We have 3 Phoenix
so
Downs.
It never goes past.
Okay.
It never goes past a round of it being dead.
Well, additionally, I have to be alive in order to learn self-destruct, so I'm just gonna move.
I think I have that right.
Yeah, I don't think you should make it. I don't think we want these things to explode.
Yeah, I have gentle repose.
Okay. Can I move here?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, that will end my turn.
This thing will attack the Lux if it can. Claw. 21.
Hey,
Claw. 21. Bite. 25. That was fun. We're gonna hit Leviathan. Does a 24 hit Leviathan?
I do believe this Leviathan's AC combat. Yes.
Leviathan takes 10 damage. This one passes Leviathan. And actually passes
Can I?
Leviathan and Mr. E can make attacks of opportunity on this spot.
What if I want to?
That's a mess. No, you can't use
And it-
Shuriken. You would have to use a dagger.
Can
think
it?
it's melee
Can I?
archer.
If it's successful, can it grab it?
Is that part of it?
Yeah.
Then yes.
So even though it's a little bit outside of the range, would it have to be a thrown dagger, or can I melee it?
It
Has to be melee.
Has to be.
Unless you threaten with your ranged attacks.
You missed. It wasn't a hit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the big one. I see the one next to me now.
Oh, the little. He's talking about little one.
Yeah, I see that.
AOOs can only be
Melee.
yeah, you had a dagger
You
out,
have
right?
Unless you have a feat. I think you can use a
Oh.
shuriken as a.
Did you have a
Melee
dagger out?
weapon.
I'm gonna say no, so
Oh,
never
okay.
mind.
Okay, then this little guy is going to bite you. Nothing.
Can't you use a shuriken as a melee?
No, no.
They're thrown weapons.
Well, there are. I think Chakram you can. Shuriken, no.
I mean, Fuma
Not really a
shuriken
spot to
probably,
hold
but
Yeah, Fuma Shuriken. It can be used.
Fuma
melee.
Shuriken I
26
can,
hit?
but I have to make all kinds of checks to be able to do so without taking damage myself.
Oh
Who's
no,
it
it'll
hitting?
be an improvised weapon. You'd be taking a -4 to use it. Or
And in addition to that, I have to roll.
Shuriken specifically say they cannot be used as melee weapons. Period.
okay, then there you go.
yeah,
There's a
'cause it's
26 hit
small.
you, Lux.
26? No.
Okay. Sizurzik, it is your turn.
Enjoy. Had a plan, but I don't know about it right now.
I wonder if it can blow up as an immediate action. Who knows?
Want me to risk it? I'll target. I'll target this one, the small one, and hit it with death blow.
The small one?
Yeah.
Damage to this one?
Yeah, and it's a Fortitude DC 16, or it's stunned for a round. Ah, so close.
Okay, keep going.
Leviathan will full round attack.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
If you have to go somewhere or you come back, just put it in the Roll20 chat.
Will do.
Can bite until set as a full round attack. Alright, so it's gonna bite.
You should really put the grab in there. In special.
The grab.
Yeah, your combat maneuver.
Is that my CMB?
Yes.
How would I?
You put it in square brackets.
2 square open square brackets. Square brackets.
1d20 plus that modifier then.
And then close brackets.
If you just type, hold on, it's-
I don't know much about how to grab different macros, so I don't know. So there's the CMB.
Oh, that does not get it.
And then Tail Slap does.
And you're beating the one next to it? This
Yeah.
one?
Yeah. And then Tail Slap. I'll add in Tail Slap 2. Because I don't know how to inquiry from the thing itself. So I'm just gonna have to keep updating this.
At squiggly bracket CMB close squiggly bracket. We'll reference CMB. If you hover over it, it'll like tell you what references it. Oh, it's CMB total with a hyphen in the middle.
I can't even put it in chat.
yeah. Hold on, I can take roll 20 chat, or not roll 20. The other roll 20. The one we.
I'm just gonna do 1d20 plus 11 for now. And then the Tail Slap. That
Oh,
misses.
that misses.
There's the macro for it.
What I need? Would it be 1d20 plus that?
If you
Yes.
if you put just D20, it assumes 1.
Okay.
Your bonus plus 11 on CMB, right?
Yeah, and I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you did it right. So do the same thing on your bite.
Yep.
Alright, well, what's your other guy doing? You should totally just have him shoot the big one.
If someone can kill it though,
No
he's-
one's gonna kill it with that low HP,
or with that high HP, you mean?
with that high HP.
Yeah, it took like.
Yeah, we don't
We'll
have
shoot-
big
Who shoot
single hitters, right?
the cat?
Yeah, we might want to just clear the area around the big one before we genocide it.
And I do want to use a. I have a free action on myself as well if I can identify one of these things.
Okay, go ahead. Play.
These. Not planes. Yay! So much knowledge.
You have no idea what it is.
It's a flamey guy.
It's a flaming guy. It's a floating height, spiky-haired guy.
One flamey boy.
And
Okay, or not.
that was to the cat. Or not what?
Okay, the cat. You hit the cat.
Not word.
Takashi.
Alright, I'm gonna do a full round action on the... Or first, I'm gonna draw my 2 daggers. I'm going to do a full round attack on the guy next to me. So these are going to be at a -2 for attack.
I hope you don't hit, but go ahead.
I have a feeling if I actually do this, I'm going to kill everyone.
No, not everyone. You have
I mean, I'll be fine.
Can I cancel that, or should I just go
no,
through
just go
with it?
through with it. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, you don't hit anyway. Oh wait, no, you do hit on the second one.
I don't do a lot of damage.
That's okay.
All right.
Where
and-
you're technically flanking, so you get this sneak attack. Because you're flanking with
Yes, he does.
20 damage. Plus or minus.
This one
kinda
has the most damage now. We're getting close to a chain reaction now.
Do it.
How fast is the boat moving now?
It's moving with the It's moving with the fin.
And how fast is the fin moving?
You don't know. You're just moving at a decent speed, a couple of knots.
Oh goody. All right, that will end my turn.
Gildart, it's your turn.
You guys are moving at knots. I'm moving at knuckles.
Gildarts, end your life now.
All it takes is one attack. One hit'll
Baked
do it.
potato, baked potato, baked
If you
potato.
hit this with 2 successful attacks, you might have killed everyone.
All right, I'm
Except for
gonna,
this
Hey, I might.
I'm gonna use a move action
Cora's over here. What do you mean? Cora's over here.
to get up.
If I don't die in the party wipe, that would be incredibly out of character.
You're gonna use a what?
A move action to get up.
I'm not gonna say that you were on the ground prone.
Oh, okay. I thought I was on the ground prone because of me putting out the fire.
It wasn't stated how you put the fire out.
Yeah. Falling on the ground prone to do it just gives you a bonus on it.
Oh.
So if you didn't put the bonus in there, you weren't prone.
Yeah. A full round action is what you need to put the fire out.
Yeah, it's like a +2 or a +4 for rolling on the ground. But you can always pad it out too.
Alright. So, I guess I'll use a luck point to, I'll increase this temporarily.
I'm gonna go to my stream manager in case I need to make a clip of this.
I'm gonna
I can clip
swift
15 feet.
action apt curse this guy.
What's the DC?
24, as it states in the.
Ooh, I rolled a 7.
Why is it so high?
Why is it so high? I have a. Well, currently I got a +4 bonus from using my lucky streak to charisma, but then also my charisma is 32.
What in the actual fuck? Like,
What kind of save is it?
It is a will save.
I just got 24.
Damn. I guess I can use. Wait.
Its will save is not the weakest.
Yeah, I can use that as a swift action, right? There's an immediate action. Just immediate action.
immediate action is a swift action on your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is it? Temporal hiccup.
What
Make it
action is
reroll.
Apt Curse?
I made it a swift action by spending a luck point.
Okay, so you have another swift action.
Yeah.
This time it is 25.
Alright. I guess.
Oh
I'll-
wait, no, sorry, that is 23. It failed.
Oh wait.
I was
The
gonna say,
roll
its first
before-
roll was a
before I
17,
used-
wasn't it?
Before I used my temporal hiccup, did you take into account the -3?
Okay, you don't need your temporal hiccup.
Okay. I don't need to waste it. Okay, got it.
because you have that field of misfortune, right?
Yeah, aura of misfortune.
Yep. Should keep that aura up on you so that it's a reminder.
It is up.
I don't see it.
I do.
Well, that's because when you set up an aura, only you can see it.
Yeah. And then I'll do App Curse on this guy as well. Both the big boys.
He has it too.
Alrighty.
Now let's just hope that they don't roll.
They're 50% chance successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was standard action, swift action. I guess I get another swift action if I wanted.
So might as well get the other guy too, right?
Nah.
Now that's when you get to throw your card. Pocket sand.
I'll just end my turn, I believe.
All right.
So,
Delavine, it is your turn.
Okay. I don't know if it's a good idea to hit them a lot or not. To be fair.
You have hit points to spare.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But this ends up killing everyone here. So.
I mean, the middle one has the most damage, so I think if you can do at least 25, you have a good chance of killing it, but I don't know its hit points.
One way to find out. 4-round action.
Technically, any amount of damage can kill it with self-destruct.
yeah.
I mean, killing it before it can self-destruct.
Hit it for 1 damage.
Okay. 4-round action. This is sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay. Oh god.
This is gonna kill us, aren't it?
He didn't deal enough damage for it to die without exploding.
No, they're all
Wait,
in
he
the
actually
tier
hit it?
3s. I
He hit it
will
with
just
16.
measure the field. Gildarts is dead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No reflex?
Oh, you get a reflex.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What, Bruce? No.
Bruce!
Finally online, and
Here it
And,
comes.
and it was Delavine that did it this time.
Like I said, I'll be fine.
hang on. Avatar. I think I can dismiss him as a free action, so I don't think.
But you can't do that when you're not taking actions.
If it's a free, you can do a free action anytime.
Quick
No.
question, DM.
Reactions only
Dave,
on your turn.
did my dirt attack hit?
No, we're going off your first attack.
Okay.
You didn't need a full round action. You needed a big attack because it's per it takes as soon as it takes damage, it explodes.
Hold on.
Oh,
It's part of the plan.
did the
Part of the
App
plan.
Curse possibly disable it from using
I rolled a
self-destruct?
73 and a 51.
Oh, okay, nice.
Hold on. I'm gonna distribute.
You are at the center of that.
Do you take highs or lows? Is it
Highs are always you go.
okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna distribute brutal shell if I can.
So if you had an immediate action, you could have tried to temporal hiccup him, but he hits in the second shot.
Oh no.
And this is fire and bludgeoning, or fire and physical damage.
He was healing him.
Well, unfortunately, I guess that plan did not work because.
Okay, it's
really
a
sucked.
standard. It's a standard action to dismiss. So
Okay, so for the first one, I need a reflex save from you, and you.
All of us.
I'll re-roll that nat 1.
Okay. If you passed, you take 12 damage.
There you go.
So
Can I
needs Bruce.
can I also re-roll? I have a temporal hiccup.
Did you use your immediate action? Or...
I don't think I used it for this. I don't think I used it for this round.
Everyone's saved so goddamn high.
Oh, that's because I used Lucky Streak. And Lucky Streak
It was all
for 11 rounds.
Yeah, and everybody gets
My
plus 3 to
saves
their
are
saves. Yeah, everybody still has plus
Yeah.
3 to their saves because of shiny.
Remember,
Ruby.
we got this way
Yeah.
because one person hit one thing and then it chain reaction into getting hit 3 times. And now they're all going to get blown up.
That's part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan.
So can I roll again? Since I didn't use it. Okay.
1 second, I have to arrange the training.
All right. So that should be a 21, is what you're saying, Bat?
Yeah, you should have a plus 3 to that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you have evasion too, so you might take 0 damage.
Leviathan
Oh,
has evasion.
I have evasion.
Yes, I do have.
so
Yes, I have evasion.
I wasn't worried about it.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, you guys take no damage, you manage to roll high enough and dodge all of the explosions somehow?
Well, because you can hide behind, like, I could take it as me as Leviathan, and so this one would explode first, right?
1 second.
Then this, and then that one. It's kind of at the same time, but you could kind of use the explosion of one to kind of like dodge that. I don't know.
All of them go pop, 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 like balloons. It's a New Year's celebration.
Yeah!
That resulted in one.
Happy New
That
Year.
resulted in one blown up ship.
I can mend it. It's fine. It'll only take me half a year to repair the damage to the ship.
Happy
1d4 at a time.
Alright. Let's see these reflex saves. Mr. E.
Was it 3 each?
That was a.
No, we're doing the first one first.
That was a 21.
Let's see here. The DC is.
I just did all 3.
I didn't ask for all.
Oh, well. I figured I would be doing all 3 because
I
I'm
haven't rolled the
sending.
damage yet. I asked for the first one. Then Bay's not in the first one.
I thought the first one was the one on the left.
No, it's this one. This is the one that got attacked.
So I dodged
It
it.
looks like everybody passed the first one.
So passing was 12 damage, right?
Passing is 12 damage.
What about evasion?
9 fire and 9 physical.
Evasion is 0. Should be.
Yeah, evasion if you're a lot of reflex is 0.
Alright, second one now. Give me a reflex save.
Alright, now I
Second one's this one.
Yes.
So
So that
Wally
would
won't
be
have
Leviathan. Let's see here. Takashi, Delavine, you, Lalux, and Guildarts.
Oh, good. Still rolling trash.
I will count the
Very
numbers
good
up.
reflex.
Oh gosh, there's also another bomb that's gonna get chain reaction in this.
It's fine. It's only taken one.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's enough to kill it, and it doesn't save.
Except if they're
Fire
absorbing
damage.
fire, they take no damage.
Another reflex save.
Yes, from you. Yes. So you take half damage, which is 10 damage.
Does it work as evasion?
Those of you that failed is Dende.
Yeah, because I can't roll above a 5.
Dude, you have good reflex, just haven't rolled.
Yeah, Dende.
Well, apparently I
everybody
don't
else
have
passes.
like wisdom.
This is with evasion, right? The 10 damage.
If you have evasion, you take no damage.
Yeah.
I didn't put I'm not putting the secondary circles down. I only put them down for 30 feet.
15 feet aura, looks like.
Yeah, 15 radius. And now give me the third one.
Oh, good. It's still getting worse. Which means I'm gonna roll a 3 on my next die, right?
Roll some practice dice real quick.
So it was 20 damage on the first one,
It was 25 on the first one.
or second one.
Second one was 20. Let's see here. I need one from Guild Arts. He rolled one. Sizer's why are you rolling?
Leviathan.
Oh, right.
It's literally rolling at Leviathan.
How much damage did your robot take?
He took 12. He only had to roll for the first one, but he rolled a 25 reflex, so he only took the
Alright.
12.
Ooh. Ouch. This one is a bit more damage.
Okay.
10. 20.
That cat has gotta be like.
Miserable.
33. That is 33 damage to those who failed.
What about with evasion?
It would be. I'll do.
If you fail with evasion, you still take full damage.
Yeah, you need improved evasion to take half if you fail.
Yeah.
33, so.
No, I'm at 7 health right
16
now.
fire, 17 physical.
I'm bigger, says the little guy. But yeah, Happy New Year's. Big popping balloons extravaganza.
So how's everybody looking?
The Leviathan took no damage, thanks to
Well,
evasion.
I was hurt before.
I
Leviathan-
would probably have been fine if I were not rolling a d6 on my reflex saves.
Yeah. How you
Question
doing,
is, how's
Mr.
the
E? You
ship
lost
doing?
a lot of hit points.
He's down to 7, he said.
No, he only lost that one time.
Yeah,
Alright.
which was 33.
Alright, Delavine, where do you want your other shot to go? Actually,
Where's that guy up there?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna charge at him.
no, you can't. You already shot.
Oh,
You did a full
You're
attack
taking a
action.
full round, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just 5%. My bad.
So do you want your other shot to go towards him?
This is a melee attack now.
Oh, those were melee attacks?
Yeah, those are melee attacks.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh,
Lelux, it is your turn.
Well, I had to make it self-destruct because we have no other way of killing it.
I mean, it did take, like, at least 15 damage? I think he would have been saved.
Yeah, I'm betting it's got more damage than any of us can do with 2 hits left. Outside of crits. So I'm just gonna blow him up now. Get rid of the issue.
yeah, I can't kill it.
Let me double check what my limit break is, because I don't want to die. And it'll probably roll max damage if I don't do this.
I'm surprised
Well,
Godard stayed alive.
I'm not surprised. That's why I did my lucky streak. I was like, here it comes. Do it now or die.
Oh, right, fast healing.
Is your
plus.
lucky streak over this round?
No,
No,
it
it
lasts
lasts
a
11
third
round.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's over on this round, right?
No, I used it like one turn before this turn.
Yeah, so it's over this round. Since it usually lasts for 2 rounds.
It lasts
No, it
one
lasts.
round plus his charisma modifier.
What?
It's not a limit break.
It's not a limit break.
I was asking about your limit break.
Oh no! My limit break. Oh yeah. I forgot about the limit break. The limit break was they do a 50% chance to miss me, and if they miss,
Oh yeah,
they take the
that
damage
does-
upon themselves.
That doesn't apply to these at all.
Yeah,
Well, if it's an AOE,
yeah,
it's
it
kind of
includes
fun.
no,
AOE's.
but
It includes
Alright.
Those is
AOE's.
not a good in this point.
It wouldn't matter because he's dead, but you know.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use Savage Fury. So it's a plus 4 to attack rolls, and saving throws, and damage rolls, and then 20 temporary hit points, which is
Oh, it's 12 rounds then. Okay.
all
That was
right.
just my charisma modifier.
Attack, power attack,
Myself an extra turn on that.
4 to hit, 4 to damage. And I'm assuming how many of those hit?
All right.
So I also have the water damage on there.
That's nice.
Well, there we go. For the respective hits.
Reflex save.
Alright, so this is going to be 6 higher because I don't feel like changing it for. So 20?
You pass.
Alright, I take nothing. Cool.
He did
Still
roll
rolling a
five.
goddamn d6 on my reflex
He
save.
rolled a 5.
I don't even think you said. This is the second highest reflex I've rolled.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was third highest. I thought you had 2 for
It's also the third highest.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there's a double digit roll. There we go. But limit break, just in case, because I didn't feel like dying, and that temporary hit point is spicy.
Are we still in combat or are we out of combat now?
Fireflies reform.
Let's say we have potions in our packs if we want to start chugging.
Well, there's stuff happening.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
like, it's still.
Oh yeah, scissors. Can you get rid of fireflies?
What's the firefly?
Firefly.
Good answer.
I haven't heard that terminology before, so.
It's a Final Fantasy thing.
Gildarts, what's your initiative? What's your bonus?
For what? Oh, my initiative? Let me check. My initiative's bonus is 5.
So you get these lovely ladies.
Hello, ladies
They just get
and laddies.
Who are you and what does your daddy do?
Is she a tall vampire lady?
No, she giggles.
Darn. No Resident Evil in here. Alright.
Oh, that's fun.
You're not gonna like these ladies.
I already don't.
That sounds like Twitter talk.
Make fortitude saves.
Who?
Anyone in that
Everyone in that
square?
range.
Do we have to do -3 because it's not against the bounds? Or is that for every save?
That's for
It's
every
every
save.
save.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so 21 and 25. More if it's a fear effect. Actually, how does danger sense work?
Red and black fire.
Why didn't that go off? I clicked it.
Where is your caster level at?
There it is.
There it is. Ooh. Don't use D6s.
He just used D6s for that explosion. What do you mean?
Yeah, but not for these girls.
Oh. Oh, and this was fortitude, not reflex?
No. Here comes some hellfire. "21 fire damage. I'm sorry. 10 fire damage, 11 shadow damage. Those who passed were...
I'm dead.
Killer, congrats.
Does a 25 not make it?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I said I have a +6 on them. I just don't like doing the temporary modifiers on the sheet because it never fixes them.
I have to,
Yeah, my low save was 21. Does that make it?
21 does make it.
Okay.
So 18 does not.
18 does not.
Okay,
So
well,
I used the temporal hiccup before, and I guess I didn't have to for one of those explosions because I rolled a 21. Or no.
You can only use immediate once per turn.
Right, but what I'm... Yeah, never
Once
mind.
per round, I mean.
Then yes, I'm dead.
Okay. What negative hit points do you have?
How much damage was that?
21?
Well, I'm at 7 right now.
So negative 14. What's your constitution modifier?
Constitution score.
Yeah, score.
Score is 13.
Oof! Okay, we need a Phoenix down. Cora,
Yay.
it is your turn.
By the way, was that a blue mage spell?
No, that was Dark Fire.
Okay.
Dark Fit Fire.
Alright, so... I'd like to move up here while pulling a Phoenix down out of the bag. And I'd like to use it on Takeshi
Okay.
as my standard. And also, if I've got a chance, can I knowledge check these guys as a reaction? I think they're within range. Oh, I could also scan. They're within range of that too.
Sure.
Okay, what's the knowledge check?
Local.
Oh wait, I forgot. Do the 50% check for my what is it?
Oh, the double.
50% mischance.
I don't do 50% mischance with AoE.
It does AoEs included. I can repost it.
Yeah.
The gunner is subject to an area of effect. The attacker instead injures himself.
Okay.
Getting rid of this guy is gonna be hard. Fine. Yeah. That is a hit.
Did it miss?
As
Well,
you can see-
AoEs always miss.
Oh. And hits the duplicate or is subject to an area effect.
Yeah. So if they do an AoE, it's going to hit the attacker.
Oh.
So she did 21 to herself, unless she saved. Or has resistances.
I'll go back to full. Well, my original HP then. Not full. I wish it was full.
Just plus 21. Or whatever.
Does that apply to everybody or just you?
It's just the gambler. Was
Just me.
Alright, Cora, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I use the Phoenix down on Takeshi, And
Knowledge
then-
local.
knowledge local, to find out what they are.
Alright. 15. You know what they are.
And they are?
Black mages.
Interesting.
Undead black mages.
Okay, guys, these are undead black mages. Watch out for their... do I get any questions?
No.
Oh, okay. Next I'm
watch
gonna-
out for that spell.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch out for
fire,
that thing that just
fire.
hit you. And then I'm going to attempt to scan. So that was a DC 20. So if they have any blue mage spells I can learn.
None.
None. Okay.
They're
Then,
not high enough level to give you spells.
right.
How
Okay.
long do limit breaks last again?
2 rounds for you.
All right.
So after this round, it's up.
That will end my turn.
Sai, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna use a standard to swap out Leviathan and bring it in.
Something that can actually move.
Yes.
Just remember its hit points.
It saves it on the sheet, so. Why is Ash broken? Get out of here.
Well, doesn't Leviathan have fast healing?
Well, yeah, but fast healing is only one.
Yeah, by the
Thank you
time
for
you
reminding
resummon
me.
it, which it's probably going to be full.
Fast healing for 60 rounds. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, well, when it goes away, it doesn't get there until it comes back. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this one. This fight might be over by then.
I'm just swapping it. In here. How far away can I? I guess it's in the same spot.
There's 2 of them.
Well, yeah, but when I swap out, I think it swaps it into the same spot. I don't think I can choose
Yeah,
where.
otherwise it's a full round action.
And then Titan will charge.
Okay.
What's the bonus for charging?
Plus 2 to hit.
Okay, so that's plus 3.
stretch because I can't see that other person.
There's one here and one here.
Yeah, I saw one and the other one was in the water. Just didn't line up right.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Wally will,
It seems to hit some kind of shield before it hit her. Or it seemed to hit some kind of shield.
probably deflect.
No, it didn't hit her at all.
Interesting.
She just
Can I knowledge spellcraft that, see if I know what it is? Or am I too far? Yep, too far.
It's the X ability. You have to know if like me.
Are these potato mages?
No, they're humans.
Oh, then why are they laughing? They get no place laughing like that. That's high treason. They'll be murdered in the name of her
Hey,
church.
I don't laugh like that. What are you trying to say?
How does Guildarts laugh?
Alright, Takashi, you're at 6 hit points, and if you have MP, it's in half.
Oh, from the Phoenix down. Wally will take a 5-foot step back.
Also, I should mention that.
Mention that what?
I'm just gonna draw it.
Alright, well, Bruce takes a step back and will shoot.
Hello, red boxes. How are you?
You're slowly sinking.
No, we're sinking. Haha! Mission accomplished.
No, you're not like slowly sinking, but you're clearly Gildart, you're in the most safest place. You're on deck 2.
There's a hole in the boat.
I did have 4 explosions go off.
5. Yeah, 4.
That's 4.
And it hits the shield again.
Alright, and I will give... How far away can I cast that? A lot? Nice. Yeah, I will, I don't know if that'll damage the ship or not. It's a magical pit. With, her as the center point, I will summon a, 10-foot by 10-foot by 50-foot hole.
Okay.
It's like a pit.
We might as well make it look good. $10-foot by 10-foot, you said?
Yeah, 10 by 50. Centered on her.
It's centered on her. She's just floating over top of it.
Ah, there. floating.
Where the hell did that hole come from? Water
I
starts
can-
gushing up.
It's not an actual hole in the ship, it's just a hole in space. Like a portable, like a...
What makes you think there wasn't water in that portable hole?
Because it's filled with spikes, not water. And water wouldn't come gushing out of the hole anyway. It's full of spikes.
Where did you summon that hole from?
It's
Okay,
like a
it's
bag
fine.
of holding getting stretched underneath them.
That's my turn.
I am
Cut.
sick of that laugh.
Takashi.
That laugh comes
Wait.
from the sexiest black mage,
Wait, who
which she has
summoned
no
the
right
spike
using.
pit?
I did.
But you used the standard to do something else.
What standard did I use?
To
I
swap
thought he
summons.
swap.
Oh, you're right. Get rid of the hole.
Ah,
Forgot I swapped summons this turn.
Takashi, it is your turn.
Alright, let's see what we got.
First, you have to stand up.
Alright, I stand up. What kind of action is that? Move action?
And then I would suggest pulling back until you start drinking potions. Being dead sucks. And also, any effects that you had before, like regen or anything, you do not have now.
Yeah, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge.
Alright.
And that ends my turn.
She takes a 5. Oh no, that's not her. She takes a 5 foot. No, she doesn't even take a 5 foot step anywhere. She points at Titan. 14 plus. That's a 25 to touch to hit Titan.
Yeah, that hits.
Ow. 10. Man, I'm rolling a lot of 25s today. Titan takes 25 wind damage. Sorry. 11 wind damage, 10 shadow damage. I know he's
He doesn't have.
he doesn't have a weakness.
No.
Does he have the Earth subtype? Or type?
It has Earth immunity. But nothing in the. Let me go into Titan here. Qualities is just Earth immunity. Special qualities.
Here, let me check it.
Doesn't say anything about. Being weak to anything. So that was 25 damage in total.
Yeah, I'm just checking what he's right at.
It doesn't say he has the Earth type, which is very weird.
I didn't make the rolls.
Ah, he has Earth or something.
Pretty see it.
Okay, so it would be 20, 31. Who is making zeros? Gilder,
I don't know.
Heroes?
stop it.
Let's see. I'm going to use a luck point to do my limit break as a swift action. Six. 3, 2, 5. Damn, that's too many.
Oh, now he's telling me.
I guess I'll spend a luck point and a swift action to reroll the 2. Damn it. That's you. I wanted an odd number.
What happened?
Just one effect.
There's enough damage to the hull, but not to the hull, to the thing that you can walk up ramps to get to the top.
Oh, I can walk up to the top?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even things crumbled around you, there is a way to get to the top. Just half speed, but you can get there.
So that was 2 luck points. And then I'll use 2 MP. Well, 3 MP. To extend haste, or can I not extend it? I forget the rules.
Where would you extend it?
Just double the rounds.
Okay.
So I'm level 3, it'd go to 6 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm casting on myself. This down. Actually, what is this? This would be 6.
Okay, Gildarch, after your turn, we'll take a short break.
So I'll move 50 feet, but you said where's
in
the
your
double?
aura? In your aura is the damaged area, or in the square is the damaged area.
Okay, so 20 feet, and then I can go
Yeah, that's fine.
25, 30. Yeah, I can get right there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're both giving each other... Dude, I have a question. The aura that you're giving off, does it stack with other auras like that?
Let me see.
Not usually, 'cause it's usually the same type of penalty.
Okay, so... The black mages and you...
It's a profane penalty. So, if it's another type, I guess it would stack.
It would? So you're getting double of what these guys are getting. Yes, I made them in mind with you.
Are they different bonuses?
Yeah, they're only +3s though. I mean, sorry, +2. That's not it.
Alright.
Delavine... You just went, right? No, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Delavine, it is your turn.
Alright. Full round action. We'll charge on him. Sayonara!
That wasn't... Is that all your move?
Oh, that was a full round. It's a charge.
Yeah, but was that your full move?
Hold on.
No. I'm saying, is that your full movement? Because you didn't get up to her.
I didn't...
You're 5 feet from her. Refresh your page.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, there we go. No wonder. I'll just move up.
Okay, I didn't know what your movement was.
Yeah, mine's originally dirty.
Okay. Alright. You hit something, but it feels like you're hitting something that's blocking your attack.
Oh, we're gonna try to keep hitting more next time.
It's like
That shield's not gonna save you forever, man. Or woman.
Lelux, it is your turn.
That shield can't protect you from the emotional damage I'm about to cause. Alright, you know what? I charge. And I rage. Alright. Lots of bonuses to things. We're level 6 now. Hit points. 22 temporary hit points. And it's just gonna be the first attack off of this. With that. That. So 31 for 16 and...
They all hit.
it's just the first one. I don't have pounce. So 18 damage.
You hit the thing and there's more cracks in it. And now she's starting to look a little worried. Oh, wait. Yeah, she's starting to look a little worried.
Don't mind me, just... headbutting your shield.
Alright. Takes a 5-foot step back. And she casts a spell. +5. Titan. You take 10 damage. It just kind of blows up under your skin. Deluxe. You take 11 damage. Gildarts. You take 13 damage.
Save or...
No, it's Runra.
I accidentally deleted my guy, so I gotta add myself back to the turn counter.
Why did you?
Or is this like magic missile?
I went to click on myself and had a draw on, and then I went to delete the draw and it deleted my character.
Nelnir. Oh, you're lucky. You take 7 damage. You take your temporary hit points.
Ouch.
Aren't you like 2 things away from Takeshi to the left? Zerzik? You're
Yeah.
still on my screen.
Takeshi, you're still in initiative order.
No, yeah, no, I added it back, but it took it out of the turn order. I just had myself back to the turn order.
Oh.
Oh, that's what you meant. My bad.
Cora, it is your turn.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is, let's see, this is, sorry, I forgot
How much rune damage did you say it was?
For you, it was 13.
Okay, I would like to do detect magic on this lady over here and try to identify her shield.
Okay. She is very magical.
Like magic takes 3 rounds. Did not.
Oh, I can't do like a spellcraft check or something?
No, it says it takes 3 rounds. First round just says, are there magic items in the area?
Oh, there is no magic items in the area.
Or magical auras, which includes spells. Or if there was a spell recently cast in the area. Like, say, you know, the ones they just dropped on us.
Okay, never mind then. I just like to move then. This is all difficult terrain in the box, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just double move and get up here.
Alright. Sizerzik.
Alright, type number 3. DC is 15. Reflex.
Oh, Titan's at 3 hit points?
Yeah.
I really need to do it.
What do you mean you do his HP? He took 31, and then he took 10. He was at 3. His total was only 44.
I need to assign him a token. So how much HP does he have right now?
3.
Okay.
3 out of 44.
Alright. And who's he doing Earth and Fury at?
It's all enemies within 30 feet. So it'll hit them both. Hey.
Minus
Yeah,
3
it'll
to
both
Fail.
It's 19 damage if they fail, half base if they succeed.
Fail.
Nice.
Her shield shatters. How much damage does it do?
19.
Okay.
Alright, I guess one's up. Shit, who's that? Now I go.
I'm still up, and then my Senate action, I'll swap out Titan. And I'll throw in Purple.
Okay.
Titan gets bombed. Back in business. Carbuncle is at full HP.
Is it how much HP?
Full, so it should be 44. No, Carbuncle has less Constitution. He's at 39. 39. Honk. And then, which one? You saying though, this one? The Shield Rook?
Or the one on the right?
The one in front of Carbuncle.
Yes.
Alright, that's the one Bruce takes a shot at. Open up the wrong page again.
The hits.
Nice. Go Bruce. And then I myself will take a 5-foot step to the left.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Takashi.
So I have an idea, but that would mean I wouldn't be able to heal myself.
Probably.
I don't. I'm not gonna risk it. I take a. Where do I get to the things again? I'm trying to find the inventory.
It's in party stuff.
It's loot and items.
Party stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. It's loading.
So we have the highest potion we have is 1 X pot, which is 5d6 plus 12, but we have 13 high potions, which are 36 plus 6. That's what you're looking for.
I still can't see anything. I'm gonna reload.
Interesting. Well, tell me what you're trying to pick it out, and I can always edit it.
Oh, my HP right now is very low. So, what's the... Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up now.
We have 5 at 36 plus 4, 13 at 36 plus 6, 1 at 5d6 plus 12. And then...
Can I do the second lowest?
So they're 36 plus 6?
Yeah.
How many are you pulling out?
No, he can only
Just-
do one per turn.
Yeah, I'm just doing the one.
Alright, 36 plus 6. It's a high potion.
And the macro is... Because I still can't see it.
36 plus 6.
/R space 3d6 plus 6.
Oh, that was 2d6. Keyboard's off.
And don't put the word do. So you heal 14.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, we won?
Who said that?
We win! Yay!
Yay!
We win! Woo!
Oh, sorry, I saw the loot and items thing when I came back and I was like, oh shit.
You can say
We
it again.
win! Yay!
We win!
No, you can say the oh shit again.
Aw, shit. Here we go again.
Oh, this time I'll get hit by that thing.
So go ahead and give me some reflex saves.
Reflex.
Bruh.
Those that are in the area. Oh no, sorry, fortitude saves. Fortitudes. Sorry. You can just take the roll that you rolled. 18 plus whatever.
Oh, that'll be a dirty.
Fortitude.
I have a fortitude of dirty.
Bollocks.
And we still got quite a lot
Says
of
2, 4,
Shining Ruby left, so...
8
Well,
higher.
Carbuncle doesn't have Shining Ruby on it.
22.
Alright, you pass. Oh, and these are all at a -3. For anybody that are up here.
So
-2.
only
Sorry, -2.
only a 20 then.
Okay, you pass.
I'll take a 29.
Yeah, you still pass.
I'm a
Good.
29. I'll
Alright.
be a 20.
Carbuncle has a 10.
And what do
What-
you mean?
What is Delavine?
29 fortitude.
Carbuncle had a 12. Or did. Oh, it's because it's so close it gets -2. Okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
they're
I get it.
doing debuffs.
Fortitude is not the forte, you know?
It's fortitude, not your forte.
Because it's a carbuncle.
All right. Whoever has evasion and passed, don't take anything. Those who failed are a bit
Evasion's
cold.
only for reflex saves.
Well, yeah,
Was it a fortitude or a reflex?
it was a fortitude.
Yeah, so evasion
Evasion
doesn't
still
apply.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Evasion doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Those are a stalwart, which should be nobody because that's a pretty late level ability.
So, right. So those of you that failed are have some cold feet and take 22 damage, 11 ice, 11 shadow. Those of you that passed take 5 ice and 6 shadow.
And what was the DC?
20.
Okay. Right.
Guild Arts, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I guess I'll 5-foot step.
You took the damage, Guild Arts?
Yeah, that's why I'm at 12.
Oh, okay.
Because I was at 23. Yeah. I'm gonna spend a luck point to swift action and hit this one with Rapid Curse, and then standard action hit this one with Rapid Curse. 2 instants. DC 24. And -3 to their.
Oh, will saves
AC.
on these guys. Okay. You want to do a will save or app curse on the other one too?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, she fails.
And 1 passed.
And 1 passed. Yeah, that one over there
Oh.
passed.
I'll force her to reroll that
Alright.
as a swift action.
She failed.
Alright. That's all my temporal points gone.
With a plus 15 will save, that would bring her total up to a 19.
Alright, 11 rounds, they are stunned. Yeah, ignore
Okay.
the 7 rounds there. I need to adjust that.
Yeah, let me see what their hit points are.
It's 9 rounds. Now.
Not bad hit points.
And then I need to minus
Keep watch
8.
of the screen to see what I roll for hit points, or roll for their actions. Is that it, Gildarts?
Yeah.
Delavine, you're up.
Okay. I'm a 5-foot step here. I'm performing a full round.
Alright.
Okay. Wow.
Miss. Hit. Hold on. Alright, you break the shield.
Okay. BAB1. That's probably a miss too.
That's a miss.
Okay, I'm gonna convert 2 of my missed attacks for Brutal Shield, so I'm gonna give it to Guild Arts. So I'll get plus 8 temp HP, and I get plus 8 HP back too.
Okay. Well, Lux, now you get to fight her with her natural HP. and natural AC.
Alright. That's different. Alright, summon your demons. Hit me. Fight me. Give me a hug. I'm assuming only the first one hits.
They all hit?
Oh.
They are mages. Mages aren't known to have high ACs.
Flank with me, my blue rabbited friend. Alright. Well, if they're not gonna have AC, they're gonna be in for a world of. That's all I can do.
I know. That's all they can do too. Kura, it is your turn. One of the mages dropped.
Is the shield still up on this one?
Goodness.
You're not
No.
sure. You're too far away to see.
Gotcha. Let's see here. I was kind of planning on being able to. Not that guy. Let's see here. Well, I'm gonna move up a little bit, and I'm gonna limit break to get dual spell casting.
All right.
So I can cast at her. So first off, I'm gonna cast Chokokira on myself. So go back up to 14.
All right. That's a good.
And-
That's a good ability to do.
Uh-huh. And then I'm going to
You might want to put your HP in your bar.
what?
Were you at
I
2
did.
hit points before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was very almost dead. And then I'm gonna hit with for my damaging attack. I'm gonna try Blaster.
Okay. You hit yourself. Does an 18 touch hit?
What?
You go to hit her, and a green aura comes up above her, in front of her.
Uh-huh.
And then you just see the spell bundle up into a ball and then reflect it right back at you.
My touch is 18, so
Okay, so you take 5 damage, and you are you can't move anywhere for about 1 round.
well, I think I still get the save in time.
You have to make a Fortitude save.
Yeah, Fortitude. Wow. Okay. Never
And
mind.
you can't move for about 1 round.
All right.
So you found one of her other neat tricks.
Deal. Thanks. I hate it.
Anything else?
No.
It's a good thing you didn't cast like a fire or 3 at her.
I mean, it definitely could have been worse.
I'm gonna target Guild Darts with Healing Ruby. They heal 14.
I mean, that was borderline minimal damage too.
That was
absolutely
minimal
could have been.
damage. Yeah, 1, 2, 2.
Oh, what's after caster level?
I'm caster, so that would be 3, so 17 total. And then Wally takes it, or Bruce takes a shot.
miss.
And then I'm going to call. How far away can I call? "30 feet."
That's not gonna do you too much.
Well, it can take a full round set of actions anyway. So I could summon something here, and it can charge up the line and smack the lady.
You can fly.
Yes, but how big is it?
I could call Titan again. Like I don't have to call Bismarck.
Stop calling me. I'm hurt.
Titan also can't charge the difficult terrain, can he?
No, we can't.
Ah, that is difficult terrain, isn't it?
I know it's made of metal, and I know he has Earthglide and all, but he can't charge up broken floors. And it's not really Earth.
I'll call Bismarck then. It's the only one I got.
Okay.
Where was the 30 feet? Right there.
Right here.
Yep.
Or wherever you're gonna put him.
Come on.
Oh, cool. It actually fit the square. And now you're just gonna charge through?
He can fly, so he could charge up that way, right?
Well, you have to go to the closest space.
You have to.
Like, he can charge above them, but it has to be to the closest space or the shortest distance.
I want that be. Yeah, you're right.
What's his movement?
He's got 60 fly.
Alright.
I mean, he can always just move and then attack.
Yeah, he can just do that.
He has enough movement for that.
True.
Something like that if you wanted to go for the flank. Or just be the asshole and just be like hovering on top.
Of everyone. And it could go here, that's 60.
Just be 5 feet above and attacking from above.
No,
Nowhere
you
to
have to
run.
move an extra 10 feet because he's huge. Or you could just do that.
Where I literally measured from the center of him. I was 60.
Then you have to move an extra 5 feet.
Well, no, I measured his top right corner to there.
Whatever. Now she can't go. Is he floating or is he just the same level as her?
I would assume same level as her. As long as it's within his 10-foot reach.
Oh, it's not a summoner that I made. I can't desummon it. Damn.
Well, this thing disappears at the end of
Yeah, it despairs in immediate action.
Ah, true. I knew it just big. Nope. Goodbye.
It's like, I'm gonna summon. No. Stop.
Where's
doing
your god now?
Alright. His string of attacks is
one?
bite and a slap.
It's a
Well, he only gets one because he moved.
Ah, true. Do it with power attack. Bite.
He hits.
16 damage. 4 of it is water. An
Alright.
extra 4 is water, so it's 20 damage.
Takashi, where is your god?
Who needs gods when you have clones?
They'll attack for me.
I respect gods when my clones can do anything that they can.
Who needs clones when the original was good enough?
Who needs clones when that's a small clone?
It's always a small clone. Alright, and for the clone, let's do a... I'll attack with a dagger.
That hits.
Alright, and that will end my turn.
Alright.
I actually... No, I can't. Okay.
By the way, am I flanking with Bismarck or no? With the clone? Okay, just making sure.
Sneak attack. Stabby stab.
Delavine is flanking as well. As long as he can go through on not the same side.
She activates her limit break. Suddenly, she has a ton more of more health. She takes a 5-foot step back. That DC's pretty high, so... Oh, no. She gets an attack of opportunity from Takeshi and Bismarck.
Nice.
That's a miss. Oh no, that was that's a hit because she would be flying. That's it.
It's like good damager too.
Look at the spell. No, she doesn't. Guild Arts.
Halo. Did she make her 50%?
You know, I forgot about that. She didn't do anything. She didn't even get her limit break off. You know what? She didn't even move. You know what? Nobody even attacked.
Darn it! That's actually worse.
No.
I mean, considering that both
her
of you
getting
missed.
her limit break off was actually worse for you.
Oh, right.
Also,
if you look
I'm
at the
pretty
Black
sure.
Mage limit breaks.
I'll move.
Pretty sure everybody missed.
And then I'll do something unexpected.
Run away.
I'll throw a card at her. Oh wait, no. If I do a full attack, I can get 2 cards. So I'll just move to there.
You can still move 5 feet.
Yeah, that's what I did. I had moved 10, and I just went back 5.
Crit. Hey everybody, he did 15 damage.
Hey,
Proud of you.
I did damage.
He did max damage. Wow. Delavine, it is your turn.
Okay. 5-foot step. Hunga munga.
You're inside of her.
You can't. Yeah, you can't 5
Oh, hold on. I gotta do roll 20 again. My bad.
How are you
What is
guys?
it with your characters and wanting to get inside other characters?
Hey man, I didn't know. Roll 20's being
I
wonky.
mean, I don't have. I think it's your internet. I haven't had any issues.
Probably, because I saw it right here.
I know one issue you had. You deleted your token.
I did. But that was user error, not roll20 error.
I'll 5-foot step from here then, and then do my usual.
I'll do my usual. Marry me.
Excuse me.
Okay. Will you bear my children? I say to the undeadly.
Alright. Alright, you hit her again. That's great.
Oh, that's a bit overkill. My bad.
Do you want to hit her again?
No. I mean, I can, but I don't want to anymore.
Alright, they're both down on the ground.
Gotta update this.
So, are we gonna try and take them alive, or?
They're dead.
Oh,
I don't really think we can take them alive. If they're
Yeah,
right
they were-
dead.
Yeah.
I kind of
Zerzik, what are you going to do?
What do I want to do?
Yes.
As far as what?
Your job?
What's my job?
You know, you can send them to the fireplace. So they don't reconstruct and bring forth a more powerful monster.
I will do that, yes.
Okay. Might want to start now.
What do I roll?
Concentration check.
Which is...
A concentration check.
There is no, like, specific skill called concentration check.
It's a D20 plus your caster level plus your ability modifier for your your spells.
So it's a D20 plus caster level plus caster modifier.
Ability modifier.
Ability modifier, so. Charisma 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're able to send them both. And with that, Manaland shoots and fires at Sin. Just missing Sin, but it's enough to send Sin packing on its way. is that music you all like?
Oh,
You got an ability sphere and a power sphere.
Cora, you also learn Healing Ruby if you don't know it already.
I believe I
Wait,
did.
can I get the Lux Sphere?
Sure, but you need a fortune sphere to actually use it.
The hell is a Spira?
I don't know.
We got a Lux Sphere and a what else sphere?
I'm kidding.
Power Sphere and Ability Sphere.
Oh wait,
Play the game, you know what I'm talking
Guys, are we taking on water?
No.
about. You still have a deck before, but you do hear bending of the metal.
I start mending?
You're not. You can't. You're unable to mend. This is way too much weight for you to mend.
I can heal a foot at a time.
I thought it was weight. Or is that regular vampire?
This just
Mending.
restores 1d4 hit points to an
Oh, yeah.
object. All the pieces of an object must be present, so if they're just
They are
bent...
not present.
I mean, if it's structural, I can heal the beans.
They are not here.
If it's as the spell on FFD20, one object of up to 1 pound per level.
Oh, I see it. It is my weight.
Okay, so it's still the
Yeah,
Pathfinder.
I think this boat weighs more than 6 pounds.
What was destroyed was about 6 tons. Oh, and what was missing is about 6 tons. But by all means, try to fix it.
I can try. I don't have,
Would I be able to roll engineering to see if I could jury rig it to prevent more damage?
Roll engineering, or roll... just roll... Jesus Christ, what would you roll?
I try and make sure the structure doesn't come apart.
It looks
Skillful
sound
moment
enough
on
for
you.
it to get back to port.
Right now.
Alright, that sounds like our next destination then.
But for a longer trip, no, it would collapse.
It just
Wait,
needs
I
to
have a
survive
question.
until we can get ashore.
Yeah, you're one of the smaller
Can I-
battleships.
Can I gentle repose the damage?
It's not dead.
Okay, so if
Uh,
we're out of combat, I guess my clone just poofs.
Yes.
I need a nap because I am fatigued.
So I'll just say you
I'll
guys
be-
head back to Manaland after the sin disappears. Goes back into the ocean, and no sonar from it. They're like, alright boys, we're headed back. My girl needs some work done on it.
That sounds legit box to me.
I fear we
need to
failed this
sleep.
mission.
Also, here you go for future reference.
Yeah, it is in the thing.
I just put it
But,
there.
like, how would I know if it doesn't say it's a subtype? How would I know what subtypes they are?
They should be putting in the subtypes. Look it up on the bestiary.
Well, but they're different than the actual big guy, right?
No, they're
Like,
still
if
the
I look
same
up-
subtype.
If I look up Titan Lord of Crags,
It's Earth. It's still the same summon.
like that's not my fault though.
No, it's not. It's their fault.
No, that's
I told somebody to change it.
Because they need to put subtype, like, at least in the weaknesses, put, like, wind. Like, earth immunity, wind, weakness. Like, wind, weakness or whatever. Double damage. Whatever it equates to.
So
I'm
go
gonna have to
ahead
look-
and roll, I know this is your favorite part. You have another 3 weeks to yourselves, so go ahead and roll, profit checks.
Oh,
Off it?
yeah.
my cabbages.
During that time, can I make the sword cane gunblade by any chance?
I don't like your sword. Wait, come.
Can I fix health pools?
For Spark Eagle.
Oh, fine. If it's for Spark Eagle.
Yeah, so I have at least a bit
So he
of
looks
damage.
even more pimpish.
So we're on 3 weeks.
Okay, that would. You want a masterwork? I can do that for free. No cashback, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, it's not that one. I need someone that has.
Yes.
Yeah, Sparky, you want a masterwork?
Oh, sure.
All right, that'll be a 350.
Cash. No, there we go, merchants. Alright, so. Bat Hacker.
Yes.
And these are rolls without the +2, right?
Correct.
Oh, before we do our 3 weeks, can I deposit my money? I've got a lot of money in my inventory.
Yeah, me too.
So I can't see my bank statements
We'll do
anywhere.
that after the stream.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So.
I know I have money in the bank, I just don't know where the bank page is.
Should be under miscellaneous.
Here, under your character sheet, you should have something that says it's either Chocobo or Mog.
Cool.
So can I do perform rather than profession?
Yes.
Alright.
Cora, you get 55 gil for the 3 weeks.
Low 55, you said?
What?
You said 55?
55.
Okay.
Gende, you got a nice starter.
Where are them posted?
Well, yeah, because I'm in my freaking boxers. What does glow up mean?
Oh, nice. Lelux, you get 100 gil after 3 weeks.
Huzzah.
Takeshi, Jesus.
I know, right?
Night, Dad.
I should buy a weapon to put in my
Takeshi,
robe.
you get 162 gil.
Yes.
Have the stores in town been mostly fixed where I can buy magical weapons now?
Yes.
Cool.
Sizerzik. You get 97 gil.
Nice. Can I do any HP?
In exchange for making money, yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I asked.
Yes, in exchange for making money. Go ahead and look up the rules for it. Yeah.
I don't know where to find that.
Pathfinder. It also costs money, 100 gil plus your level. Or times your level. Delavine, you get 86 gil.
Good enough.
Gildarts, jeez.
But I rolled a 2.
Gildarts, you get 147 gil. the music on this one.
There you go.
All right.
But it says retraining is 10 times your level times days.
Okay.
And retraining hit points is 3 days, so that would cost me 180.
Okay. Per hit dice. 3 days per hit dice.
And increase your hit points by 1. Oh boy.
Yep. You have to do some math.
Could I do that for me or for avatars too?
For you and avatars.
Like at the same time?
Well, each day it will be 3. Each 3 days will be 1 hit point.
And we have 3 weeks. That
So
is
just cross off your
21
money and
That's 21 days. Divide by 3 is 7. So 7 times 60. Is that how the math works?
Alright, so after a good 3 weeks, Manaland finally arrives at an island which appears to be a deserty type of island. Ships come to meet Manaland, and they do have Bhed on them. With Ku on one of the ships, she is very excited to meet all of you again.
Okay, that I bet it's 1260.
And again, should I put on there who Ku is?
Sure. I don't think I met her.
She's going by the last 2 letters of her name. Let me, it would usually be Riku, but
Oh.
she's looking very excited for this meeting between Home and Manaland to see what they can do to upgrade Home. And I think we will stop there for now.
She be my best girl.
Well, we do have a few of you, but I'd rather have all of you to see, because there's numerous things that can happen on the beach here.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Well, I know Dende and Gildarts can take this well out of proportion.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never caused chaos in my life.
Like when your character disappeared?
Yeah, I just went for a short swim for, 11 months
Yeah, like 11 months.
and came back with gills.
So, do the Bhed have a casino?
You're just at the port.
All port cities gotta have a casino.
We'll discuss all that in 2 weeks.
Alright.
But you got the stuff that I gave you because you came in on a vacation day or a holiday. And, yeah. Thank you all for joining us for Spira R2. We will be back in 2 weeks. See, they're all excited.
Yes.
Yay!
Let's go.
you